Hey there! Let's have a look at another Waldmann pen. Waldmann, established 1918 in Pforzheim in Germany, is a brand that is now carried by luxury brands in the US, and that's a distributor. So they asked me if I wanted to review a couple of their pens. So they lent me a few of their pens. This is the Waldmann Concord. Concorde, with an E at the end, and I think we should have a look at this. So, I'm going to cover the parts of the pen, I will do a writing sample, and I tell you what I like about it, what I don't like about it. Now, the fun part of this is, this pen shall be given away. So somewhere throughout this video, I shall tell you what you need to do, and you can win this pen. Hashtag BOOM! Let's get started. The Waldmann Concord. This is a pen, $205 for the steel nib, $435 for the gold nib, fine, medium, broad available. You have a cap and a barrel made out of solid sterling silver, and this is the box. So let's first quickly see what's in the box. There is a cardboard outer box, and then there is a interesting, somewhat squishy feeling, maybe slightly rubbery actual box with a very shiny mechanism there, which I kind of like. Opens up, sleeve for the pen, and under that pen bed is a little medallion, Waldmann medallion, 925 sterling silver. I'll come back to that. Little box of cartridges, warranty card, and a silver polishing cloth. Very nice. That means you can keep your pen nice and shiny. Some people like that, other people actually like the silver to patina. So that's a personal choice, right? Whatever you prefer. And then here we have the Concord. I shall put this next to a Lamy Safari. You can see that it is a little shorter and quite a bit thinner than the Safari. So the parts of the pen. The top, the finial. This is all silver, right? We have a clip. The clip is attached there. Some Waldmann clips are spring-loaded. This one is not, but it is nice and springy. You have this interesting sort of guilloche pattern in it, and here you have an ability to have your name engraved. It's also a fingerprint magnet, by the way. And you will see, I actually don't know if you will see, but right there it says 925 and it has the Waldmann logo. On top, around the finial, it does say Waldmann, and on the other side, made in Germany, Pforzheim since 1918. Now we have a barrel that is nice and slim and tapers down quite nicely, till a non-patterned little end cap there. The pen opens up, you have a section which looks like it is black plastic, cartridge converter filled pen, in this case a cartridge. You have, in this case, a gold nib. So here we have the 14 karat gold, 18 karat, 18 karat gold nib. This is a medium, two-tone nib, plastic feed, and as I said, there is a section, black plastic. You can post the pen if you want to, and then it becomes a little longer because, as you can see, this is not the world's biggest pen, so I do find it kind of nice to be able to post this. Let's see what happens when we write with this pen. So, sorry, zoom out. After all these years, still can't operate the camera. Was haben wir? Das Waldmann Concord. And this is the 18K medium nib, and the ink is an Ackermann ink that I put in a cartridge, Delft's Blau with a W. I find this a lovely washable blue, so I like to use this in pens that I have to return after my review, because then I can clean them out rather easily. Plus, I just think it's a nice blue. I think they did a really nice job in making this. Okay, that's supposed to say jumps, I'm sorry. When you are as much of an idiot as I am, then when you talk and write at the same time, it doesn't necessarily work so well. So, the writing, it's a joy. It's very smooth. There is a little bit of line variation to be had, As you can see, it's a pretty consistent writer, doesn't really skip. Is it a super wet writer? Not necessarily, but it's very nicely tuned, I would say. Line variation, well, it's not a particularly stubby nib, it's quite round. As always, very careful, but there is some springiness to this, so there is that. And that I think is quite nice. Some people would like that, and again, quite smooth. But for me, just perfect. Has just that touch of feedback that makes you feel you're writing with a fountain pen, but smooth enough to be very comfortable, so I really enjoy this. As to reverse writing, possible. And it turns your medium into an extra fine, and it's not even particularly scratchy. I know it sounds scratchy, but there are pens that make this very unpleasant. This is not unpleasant. So in all, I would say that the writing experience is really nice with this 18K nib. Let's see what I like and what I do not like about this pen right now. Okay, what do I like, what do I not like about the Waldmann Concord? Well, there's a couple of things that I like a lot. Gold nib writes really nicely. It's a very pleasant writer, which I enjoy. It is a slimmer pen, which I personally don't particularly care for, but there are people who really love slimmer pens, so that is great. For me, the most important thing about a pen is the way it writes, and this is, again, a very pleasant writer. So in that regard, I think it is really quite nice. There's also some things I don't like so much. The pen has no hallmarks whatsoever and is claimed to be sterling silver. Okay. I don't doubt the manufacturer when it says that, but it's also kind of a light pen. If you compare this to a Yardley lead, which is much heavier, is hallmarked and is sterling silver, then there is definitely a difference. I find the section to be pretty cheap looking. This is a very skinny black plastic section. Even the threads, right? Plastic threads. That cheapens the look of the pen to me, and that would not be so big a deal, but it's $435 US, and I find that a lot for this pen. I think I would be very comfortable paying $150 for this pen. Yes, it has a gold nib. You can also get it with a steel nib, then it's just $205, and this is US, right? But I can't see myself purchasing this pen for $435 US, and this is the street price, not the MSRP. Having said that, yeah, it's a fun pen, and I definitely think it looks this reticle pattern they put on it looks really neat. So I do really like that, and I do think that especially when posted, it's a pretty comfortable pen to use. So that is definitely nice. Having said all of this, Luxury Brand said, why don't you give this away? Why not? So here you go. Like this video. Leave a comment on this video. Tell me why you think you need this pen in your life, and then there shall be a random draw 72 hours after this video has gone up. You do not have to email, message, tweet me, send me messages on Instagram to ask me if you have won, because the winner shall be notified. If you were not notified, you were not the winner, right? So that's quite simple. I hope this was useful. A very kind thank you to Luxury Brands for lending me this pen and allowing me to give it away, because that's always fun to give something away. And I'll glad to see you later. Bye bye.